Christopher Wylie's extraordinary revelations are now casting a shadow over democratic elections on both sides of the Atlantic. Here he was, speaking to a UK government committee, explaining how he knew that public opinion had been unlawfully manipulated before the referendum, which is leading to the UK leaving the European Union.
To irrevocably alter the constitutional settlement of this country on fraud is a mutilation of the constitutional settlement of this country. And you cannot call yourself a leaver, you cannot call yourself somebody who believes in British law and win by breaking British law in order to achieve that goal.
Wylie's central claim is that the campaign group to leave the European Union hired an offshoot of Cambridge Analytica, the data mining company accused of harvesting personal details of millions of people through Facebook and manipulating opinions in an attempt to put Donald Trump in the White House. The company, he said, had subverted elections for its own aims in countries including Nigeria and Trinidad. Now it was doing the same in the UK.
This is a company that will send out videos of people being murdered to intimidate voters. This is a company that goes out and tries to illicitly acquire, live internet browsing data of everyone in an entire country. So I think a lot of questions should be asked about the role of aggregate IQ in this election and whether they were indeed actually compliant with the law here.
To add to this, it had already been claimed the Leave campaign broke UK election law by using campaign funds unlawfully, allegations the Leave camp denies. But in an emergency debate in Parliament, MPs hostile to Brexit have begun to demand the referendum results be declared null and void, inherently untrustworthy.
If the allegations are true, and that a potentially £625,000 was spent illegally in a very focused, targeted campaign, which by definition would have been focused and targeted on a very small number of people, then I think it's very hard to predict the effect that would have had.
The law is the law and nobody is above it.
At least one prominent MP who backed the Leave campaign said he agreed with the need for a criminal inquiry. So it's ended up in a situation where you get newspaper headlines like this, questioning not just the ethical value, but the sheer legality of the vote to leave the European Union. Of course, supporters of Brexit would say the entire thing is a made-up plot to discredit a democratic decision. But in this hall of mirrors, it's becoming increasingly difficult to know what's real and what's fake. Laurence Lee, Al Jazeera, Westminster in London.